All right, we back, and we just saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, yeah. Okay, Kingdom. We're at the Kingdom now.
Yeah.
We've been through the dawn and all the time frames. Thoughts?
I liked it. I do feel like this is your address, right?
Yeah.
I do, and it is. I'm not gonna dox you. I liked it more than I thought I would. I do feel like I've seen the movie before. Like it wasn't like a brand new situation or anything. My mind wasn't blown. I was confused at times. I was like, why are we doing certain things? And I was engaged.
They're apes.
And yeah. But it was kind of predictable.
Very.
But it was still fun.
It was. It was actually too predictable, but it was fun. Like I knew what the beats would be, but they're beats I like. You know.
Right. No, they work.
It was very formulaic for sure.
Yeah. No, when he decides to go on the journey and walks through a dark, scary tunnel, I was like, right, we're here now. Somebody red saved the cat and was on it, and then
that's literally how it felt.
No, yeah. She's not. Nobody reinvented the wheel here.
AI could have written this movie.
Yeah,
I hate to say that, but AI could have written this movie.
That's true. No. He was like, have mercy. And I was like, did you read the Bible? What are we doing?
These guys were killing me with all that. All the Caesar God references.
Dude.
Caesar Jesus, whatever.
Caesar Jesus is kind of wild, and I don't know the lore well enough to respect it. I was like, this is just weird.
He was the first talking ape. He said no.
Right.
In the laboratory, he said no.
He said consent is key.
The first word spoken by an ape.
Real. I'm challenged with the fact that in the end he was like, the king dude was right. When all the king dude did was murder people. I wouldn't take that man's I wouldn't be that's the guy I want to mimic my life with. I get that the girl but I don't think she did anything wrong. I don't think she did.
Okay, I maybe don't think she did anything wrong, but I do feel like she may have had some ill intent.
Right.
Ultimately.
For the apes.
You know what I mean?
She's
Yeah,
not,
for sure.
She's not pro-ape.
She wants apes in cages. She is pretty sure that she wants the zoos back.
Real.
And I got that, I can understand where she's coming from.
Yeah. No, literally, because what are you gonna do? Be like, yes, I do want. I think I'm confused with the timeline because it felt like we were really far away from right now, but then
at the end when it shows all the
I was like, oh, so this is 20 years from now. I was like, I can't tell where we're at.
Right, because they're like, oh yeah, the virus and all that shit, but it's if I think about it, the virus could have just happened.
It could have just happened. No,
other
than the landscape being very post-apocalyptic and
for sure, but it was just overgrown. It seemed like it had to have been thousands of years. But how did the humans have so much? I don't know.
No. Also, that main girl, she looked like I would see her down the street. I don't know how to.
Oh, that's Ciri from The Witcher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even know what her real name is,
but I just her face. I don't know what a new face would look like, but I felt like I had seen.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
I guess so. I feel like I've seen this face before. You know how sometimes you see a period piece and you're like, you weren't born in the 1800s? I was like, you are from right now. You're at Erewhon. I can't, I don't believe that you're here in this situation. Not her fault. That's just her face. But do you know what I mean? I was like, I just don't believe that you're here doing this. I don't know. I thought the VFX are great. Everything looked pretty.
They were flawless, actually. I was here for the monkeys and their emotions and their facial expressions. It was almost creeping me out that I was connecting so much with these monkeys.
No, real.
Apes, excuse me.
There were a couple shots of them, and I was like, I'm forgetting that this is people.
What'd you say before? They were vibing or something? I could see that. They were vibing.
They were vibing.
Siri in the CGI.
Oh yeah. What I was saying before is that I've seen a lot of edits of them dating, and real of people are
Love the
and if you felt like they had a lot of chemistry, which I didn't. I didn't.
I didn't, but I
understand how we're getting there.
Yeah, for sure. But they were a team more than anything. But she still was just awesome. I have a gun and I will.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, in the end, I actually just get freaked out with how tall the apes are. I kept being you are so tall, and if you were standing next to me, I would cry. There's one part where the orangutan was hey, come hang out with me. Hello? Never seen these.
Tricky one.
I see. No, and I was like, if any of these came near me, I would vomit and weep. Like, I just would not handle
Interesting.
this.
Vomit and weep.
Yeah, in that order. I, like, would be very scared by the scale of them, for sure.
Yeah, they were pretty big in stature. Their fights were epic because of that, I will say.
Yeah. No, their fights were good.
Lots of heavy sound effects.
Oh my gosh. The sound design popped off, but almost too much, where I was thinking...
Like, did that just crack every rib in his ear?
No, real. Also, the score told you... What did you say? I was like, did he die? And you said, by that music swell. I think he did die. Like, the music told me everything. When they were like, hi,
spot on.
I am this person. Hi, I'm this person. We are friends. And the music go, it's like, okay, so, like, they're besties. Like, I didn't even have to think. Like, the music told me everything.
It really
but
did.
Not in, like, a subtle way. Like, nothing was subtle in this movie.
You did not have to think.
No.
You did not have to think.
They're like, I would respect if they're like, hey, let's look at this book of people and, like, oh, there's like a monkey in a cage, whatever. No, instead we did 6 pages of monkeys in cages.
I also was like, there's never been a book like that.
There's never been a book like that where all of a sudden
every page is a monkey in a cage.
No, like super, like we were like really on the nose, which is a bummer when like half the characters can't speak. It's like, how are you even doing this so on the nose? I don't understand. It was very, like, almost impressive with how on the nose we were being.
Well, I mean, I feel like, again, you're dealing with monkeys. They're not like actual human beings.
Right.
So
Right.
you can kind of get away with a lot of bullshit.
No, exactly.
And there was also, like, because they're monkeys, if there was any gap in there on the emotional spectrum where you're like, you didn't understand, the music would cover that.
Yeah!
You know what I mean? Because they're,
yeah.
I mean, their faces were kind of flat as far as they look, but I could see it. I felt it.
In the beginning, I kept being like, did the mom die or did the dad die? Like, they looked so similar to me.
For sure.
They both had blue face paint, and I was
like, oh, he had feathers on his arm.
Yeah,
and
she had
one blue dot, and the other person has a red dot.
And I was like,
okay.
what? For real.
Voices weren't helping either.
Yeah, no, real. Actually, everybody kind of sounded the same. At all the women sounded the same, all the men's, except for like the guy. So like he had like the girl ape that he was into, and then the guy ape that was scared. The guy ape had Anaya had a very distinct face. I could spot Anaya.
Yeah, he was kind of skinny-ish though. Like, yeah, for sure.
No, he looked the same. I also couldn't. They kept being like, we were raised together. So I was like, are you sister, brother, or are we dating, or like siblings?
Ooh.
The 2 apes.
Oh,
I really was like, siblings
same
are
village.
dating.
It was same village.
Yeah.
Siblings are dating.
I couldn't figure it out for a while. And then the human was like, oh, you like her? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, thank you for clarifying. I was confused.
Oh, I thought Siri was getting jealous. She was like, oh, really?
No, real. But why?
Oh, is it because I'm a human?
Yeah.
It was those vibes.
For real. No, it was weird. The vibes were weird, I would argue.
I mean, well, she was planning to kill them all and backstab them, I'm sure, in some way, shape, or form. So that would throw off the vibes.
Yeah, it would throw off the vibes. No, when she, spoilers, when she kills the human and then turns around and all the apes are like, oh.
Which also is a red flag, yo.
Yep.
I get that he was gonna go snitch and it was gonna be a problem, but like, still.
No, I was kind of shocked.
She just killed that guy instead of like tying him up or doing something a little more Caesar, you know?
Yeah, a little more Caesar. Everybody in this movie could have been a little more Caesar.
She just straight up puts him in a lock and kills him.
And kills him.
Like, and it wasn't even like a quick stab. It was like a strangle.
And the cinematography, like, we saw the whole thing. And it was like a moment, and you're like, hey, yo.
A lot of people gasping for air in this film, too. I don't know why that was such a thing.
Well, the ending was very James Cameron.
With the water and everything.
With the water and everything.
For sure. That was Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark. I know, very good. I bet you the writer was like,
yeah.
I ate with that.
Himself for sure.
He was like, yep.
Bring in the flood.
No.
Killing this shit.
No, because really, they all had like different kind of names. And then Noah and Maya.
Or what was like Bible? It was I don't know what we're calling Maya. I mean,
or May or
May.
Amaya and May. But that's the thing. Like monkey, Amaya. Human, May. But then the main ape, Noah. I was like, dude,
Biblical
what?
names, yeah, weird. Oh, the other guys had like Roman names because he was like something Caesar, Proximus Caesar.
Proximus. It really is giving ChatGPT wrote a script. The way that they were like May, because she's like spring and like newborn, like.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know.
We're in the dawn of the humans. Yes.
We're in the dawn. Yes.
Yeah, I hope there's a good like war on the. I guess we already had War of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know what's
I don't
next.
know. More war.
World War II of the Planet of the Apes.
World War II. Real.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that another movie that's what did you say? What did you say about World War III that they were
Oh, okay, there's just if you go to the Regal, they have this like maybe other theaters do too. I think it's the National Guard has like an ad for being
you said
the National
prelude to World War III.
Yeah, the prelude. Well, because so at the end of the ad, which is actually it's like a good commercial, it says the next greatest generation starts now, or something like that. But the greatest generation is like the generation that had to fight, who had all the trauma from fighting the world wars. I'm like, are you romanticizing like one of the worst? Like the greatest generation is kind of like this really sad thing. And they were like, but it's time. You need to step up. Stop playing Roblox and go do National War. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
It feels really weird. Like, I don't know. I just, every time I watch the movie.
on the campaign? Like, oh my God. Step up. Stop playing Roblox and step up.
Stop. Go.
Is he with the, like, the pointing finger?
No, it's so random. And every time, I actually had to, wait, I'll show you. It's in my notes app. Because I kept meaning to tell people about it. But then I would watch a movie and, like, forget. Then I do the next greatest generation. I wrote it down because I like needed to. I was like, this is the weirdest commercial I've ever seen. YouTube. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
But I would forget because I would like watch a whole movie and be in a new world, and then I would leave and I'd be like, and then I'd go see Spider-Man again. And
get ready. That's what World War II of the Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Getting them ready.
I would not last if we ever it would not be like. There's some dystopians I think I could make it. This is not one that I think I would do.
I agree. I would be done.
I would be done.
I don't even think I would want to live. When I saw them like running like zebras or whatever, I was kind of like,
no.
All right.
No, they're getting like caught with nets and like their ankles, and I'm like, no, shoot
How
me now.
How did she not get caught in that one net?
No, it didn't make sense.
She got caught in the net and then rolled out the side of it. I'm
real. No, she just ran faster. Like I was like, I thought she was smart. Like they never really showed me she was smart. She just kept like running faster.
Oh yeah. At that time though, because she was like doing what I don't know. She made a bomb.
She did make a bomb.
So I mean, she knew something.
Gunpowder.
And she turned on the lights.
She was human. Yeah, that's true.
All right, rate it. Actually, it was long. I will say that. It was very
long.
Oh,
yeah, it did feel long.
But rate it.
I agree. Out of, or did you do out of 5 out of 10? Out of 10, I would give it like a 6.5.
Oh, okay, that's solid.
Yeah. No, it was solid. Like, I had a good time. I would be like, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, yeah, you should go watch it.
You should go and see it.
But I'm going to forget it tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna give it the 7. It was very generic.
Yeah.
Actually, I could lean to that 6.5 too. Yeah. It was very generic.
It was super generic. No, if it did like a little bit more spice, I think it could have shot up really far.
Mix it up, or just like maybe somebody died I didn't expect to die, or somebody, you know what I mean? Like
no, but
everything
you called every death right, like in the beginning, like within the first 20 minutes. Jonathan's like, that one will die, and that one will die, and that one will.
They had those lines though. They're like, I wish someone would sing me a song. Like, oh, but you're dead.
You're dead.
Don't say those things.
No, real.
You gotta know your role.
His death also felt really anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't care that he died.
I didn't want to see him go out like that. No. I liked his character.
I liked his character too. It was like too early.
It was too early. I thought it was gonna be end of the movie, like when Proximus or whatever is about to kill Caesar. That would have been a good time for him to go off the cliff. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But they just, at the river scene.
It was like, no. The ominous bridge where you're like, someone's gonna die on this bridge.
I wasn't here for that. That was, like, everyone should have lived, actually.
Real.
Like, they just, like, kidnapped those two anyway. Like, that served no purpose.
No, exactly. The bridge scene was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, that's too bad. Well, like and subscribe.
Real.
And I can't think of any other cool things to say at the end.
No. What is this called again?
Hind ight.
Hind ight. Follow Hind ight.
Yeah, we out.
We out.
We out.